You're working from home and you're planning a wedding. Yikes. Okay. My name is Julie and I'm the Garter Girl, and I'm going to give you some tips today for what to do when you find yourself working from home and planning a wedding at the same time. I'm here in my home, in my basement, in my cozy sweater, unshowered. I am in this right here with you. I am also working from home. And I'm going to give you some awesome tips for what to do when you find yourself at home, but you also have a wedding to plan, and how do you kind of juggle both. So like I said, it's going to be 4 tips. So the first one is to make the time, but not at the same time. Okay, you want to make time to do the wedding planning and make time to also do the work. And you're not going to do them at the same time, right? Like you're not going to have 50,000 tabs open on your desktop and your laptop, and you've got these 10 Pinterest tabs because you're trying to find a wedding dress, and you've got these 10 tabs because you're also doing your email, and you've got another Zoom call for work going on, but yet you also want to be looking on your phone, and you're answering your wedding planner, whatever. No, you want to make the time to do the wedding planning, which is not at the same time you're trying to do your work. And also you're going to do your work, which is not at the same time you're wedding planning, okay? So make the time, but not at the same time. The second tip is to set a timer. So when you do start wedding planning, you want to set a time for yourself. So say you say, okay, from 10 to 11, I'm going to do my research for the cake. Pick your issue. But you want to set a time for yourself, okay? Maybe it's an hour, maybe it's a half an hour. Just really make sure that you're setting a timer, because you've been there. You can get to the end of Pinterest and back and then realize, oh my gosh, I've been here for 3 hours and I have all these other things that I need to do, and now I'm super stressed out because I wasted all this time clicking on endless hashtags on Instagram and seeing what my wedding planner was doing and all what these other people are doing, and okay, so set a timer. Set I'm going to do this at this time, and then set a timer for yourself. And then when that timer goes off, then you're done. But this endless scrolling on things as a way of like wasting time or distracting yourself from not doing your work, don't let the wedding be that for you, because it will just stress you out. It'll stress you out on work, and then it's going to stress you out on wedding planning also. The other thing that you want to do is to take a break, right? Just like you're taking breaks from work, like you're getting up, you're stretching, maybe you're going for a walk, maybe you put in an online class during the day, something like, or like an exercise class. The same is true for the wedding planning, okay? You don't want to be thinking about this, doing this all the time, all day. It's in the back of your mind, the tab is open, what have you. You want to just say, okay, like I'm going to talk about weddings this day and this time, and then we're done. We're going to take a break from it. And the same with, you want to take a break for talking about it with your fiance, if you're living with that person at the time. You want to take a break from talking about it with your friends and with your family. Like, you just don't want to be talking about the wedding all the time, because you're in the house, you're stuck in the house, and I know it can be tempting to want to talk about it all the time, but you really need to take a break. Just like you take breaks at work, you also need to take a break from the wedding planning, and take a break. That also means like taking a break from talking about it, or thinking about it, or doing something about it. And then my fourth and final tip is don't go overboard. So I know that this is the same sort of similar to like taking a break, but you don't want to go crazy with the wedding stuff. It can be really tempting to just try to like waste all your time wedding planning, or doing all the things, or making sure that you have the exact most perfect and you've seen every single cake, and you've decided that this is the exact one that you want, or you just kind of get stuck in this research mode because now you do have the time to do the research. You don't want to get stuck in this like overboard sort of research mode. And that's what I mean by not overdoing it. You really don't want to get stuck in research mode. And that is like, you're just sort of a paralysis by analysis, meaning like you're doing too much. You're doing too much research, too much looking, too much analyzing, too much second guessing. So it's like, once you make the decision, or once you think you've found something that you like, then you move on, right? And then maybe it's like you shut down Pinterest. Maybe you sign out. Maybe you kind of delete your account until the wedding's over. But you don't want to overdo it so much that you then cause yourself to second guess yourself. So I like to say that once you do make your decision, say, I keep talking about the wedding cake, but let's just use the wedding cake as an example. Once you make your decision on the kind of wedding cake that you want, then like throw the magazines out, delete that Pinterest board, be done with it, because you do not want to overwhelm yourself and overdo it. Then you're going to start second guessing yourself, and then that's when the FOMO hits in. That's when it hits like, what am I missing out on? What am I not seeing? You know, maybe it's you unsubscribe or you unfollow other wedding cake designers, and you know, you can always come back. But for right now, once you make your decision, let that be the decision. So again, my name is Julie, the Garter Girl. I hope these 4 tips were helpful for you. If you find yourself working from home and wedding planning at the same time, it can be done. I'm here at home, nice and cozy, just with you. And yeah, subscribe to my channel. I have so many wedding planning videos. I put usually like 1, maybe 2 a week. So hopefully you can subscribe for more, and you can just check it out in my channel. All right, thanks.